So this is my 1860's Fay Company Tenoning Machine. This one I picked up from a mill up in Brigham City. It was burned down back in 2008. So the machine was in a fire and then exposed to the elements until I picked it up. It was in pretty rough shape when I got it. It's taken me about 5 months to restore it. The colors are pretty much original to the machine. Had a little paint here and there that I was able to match the color to. The pinstriping and is based off of another scroll saw made by Fay about the same time period. Colors on it were also the same color. Looks like the color balance is off a little bit on this cell phone. The blue color that you can see is actually a lot greener. Sorry for all the shaking. Like I said, I'm shooting this with my cell phone. Someday I'll invest in a good digital camera, but this will have to do for now. The detail that they cast into this machine is just amazing. How they did something like that back in the 1860's just blows me away. The canvas sleeves, the strobe work, and rope detail in it. Well, this is just a test run. Got it temporarily hooked up to this old 5 horsepower Century motor that Andy's let me use. It's got a little bit of a vibration to it. I think most of it's coming from that flat belt. It's just one that I had laying around. I laced it up this morning, and it might mellow out a little bit. I don't know. If not, I'll just get a new belt for it. Pretty much everything on this is original. Except for the fence, come off an old sheet metal machine I had laying around, and then this handle is one that I picked up at a swap meet. Well, actually, it works perfect for it. It fits over the square head, so I can loosen the bolts and move it around. And if I need to, I can use it as a handle. The clicking noise you hear is the clips that are used to splice the belt together. It's kind of a relaxing sound, I think. For the weight, tension weight, I'm using an old 20-pound crusher ball. I built a leather holder for it to fit in, and it provides tension to the belt. Pulls down on this serpentine wheel. And that raises up that pulley there and gives tension to the belt. Like I said, this is just temporary. Eventually the whole thing will be set up running off a flat belt and line shaft. I've got those sitting outside here in the snow. So those should clean up nicely, I hope, and I'll get those mounted. Heads aren't on it yet, obviously. I'm going to ship those off to Bobby. They're at Woodworker Tool Works. Bobby does an amazing job restoring these heads, so I'm looking forward to getting those back. We're going to back up enough to get the whole thing in here. Very cool machine. I'm looking forward to working or using it. So I'll put up a link to my website. I've got some before restoration photos there that you can look at and see how ugly this thing was when I got it. Well, there it is, 1860's Fay and Company's Tenoning Machine.